Yeah, good combinations. Of course, these two having played together before. I mean, Japan as a nation pride themselves really on their doubles play. It's where they've produced a ton of good players over the years. Do at the moment on the WTA, regular Japanese partnerships winning at that level. Maybe give them a slight favourite tag here in this one. Good work there at the net from Bolsova. She's kind of posing at the net there, posing frame.
Yeah, she really is. And she was right up against the net there, leaving very little margin for error for the Japanese pair. Great poaching at the net from Aoyama. All her appearances
and out in Budapest at the Fed Cup finals. I think this is important, Gigi, for Anabel Medina Garrigues, because we expect Garbiñe Muguruza to come back in for singles for April if she's fit and in the right headspace and everything else, which she is right now. Of course, having reached the finals at the Australian Open, she's in great form. Carlos Suarez Navarro there as well. You've got Sara Sorribes Tormo as well as another singles option. But in the doubles, they don't have an obvious team. So maybe this match can be useful if they're looking at these two, possibly to play the doubles rubbers in Budapest.
It's just a second Fed Cup tie for Miss Zadoinov, 22 years of age, born in Moldova. The only other Fed Cup appearances back in 2015 when she partnered now captain Anabel Medina Garrigues in doubles.
Just good combinations here. You can see already the work between them combining nicely. The Spaniards just tending to stick around. A couple of singles players really sticking around at the back of the court. And they're just taking the net away from them regularly. Completely misjudged the bounce there. They're enjoying themselves though early on. You can see that there's a lot to be said for that. Look loose, despite that error, the Japanese look smooth and relaxed. They want to get something from the weekend.
Aoyama didn't miss by much there, just lofting the ball up high and into the corner. It is a team sport. You're representing your country, but each rubber is the individual, or in this case the pairing, and these two players here will want to get that point for themselves in Japan. Wonderful service return winner from Shibihara. They capitalise on their third breakpoint opportunity. It's an early advantage and an early lead for Japan, who are looking for their first point of this tie.
Yeah, they would always, to be honest, looked at the doubles, Japan, as their point in this tie. They would have been hoping for more, Gigi, I think, in the singles. Of course, we've documented that already, discussed it. Disappointment with Naomi Osaka losing that first singles rubber, and that's really set them on the way to defeat. But the doubles always really, with this partnership, they're favoured to take it. And the first few minutes we've seen here, not really changing that point of view.
Well, in terms of rankings, Aoyama, who's serving now, she's 24 in doubles rankings. Her partner Shibihara is 29, whereas Lara Arruabarrena, who was a change in nomination, is 48 in doubles rankings. Miss Zadoinov is 298. So it's advantage Japan in terms of rankings as a combination.
See what she was trying to do there, but just got the options. Got her options wrong there. I mean, it's worked out for them. It's where they've got a bit of versatility on the return. Can hang up the high overhead. Came around the outside of the board a bit too much there.
There's a big presence at the net, Shibihara.
Find a way, the Spaniards here, of varying up the returns, tending to try and rip the return hard back at the Japanese. Find a bit more variety. Yeah, it's better. You see, it just gives them a different look. You really know what to do with it there. Aoyama.
Won 3 doubles titles last year, Shibihara. And she's just 21 years of age. She actually turns 22 next week, so she'd like to celebrate that with her first point for her country.
Yeah, big times for a Fed Cup debut. Birthday next week.
Again, clinical from a
Eats away at you all day, doesn't it?
Just want to rip it out. Oof. Need to be comfortable out there. First look at the serve now of Lara Arruabarrena. Won a couple of titles in the doubles circuit last year, Arruabarrena.
Yeah, pretty solid in doubles, actually, Lara Arruabarrena. You can see here just loading up with heavy topspin and... yeah, Shibihara at the net, they're just overrunning it. Not in the best place to take the volley. Nicely done, good adjustment from Bolsova there. She's really having to work hard here, basically a singles player, trying to get those patterns, formations going, but adjusted well here at the net. Initially overrunning, getting herself in a poor spot. Recovered well.
Lovely return of serve, nailed it. Took it early.
That's what, as a nation, they're very good at. Japanese players taking that ball earlier, right at the top of the bounce, cut the angle down. All honed on playing on quicker hard courts. That it's not just to do with the way they approach the sport, it's also in those quicker conditions on those hard courts. Taking the ball earlier can be very useful. Done there again in a different way. Again, right at the top of the bounce. those quicker hard courts. They play some synthetic surfaces as well. They've got some ITF women's circuits events played on very quick carpet courts where you need to take the ball earlier. Probably a bit more difficult, aren't they? Arruabarrena's top spin here to control the volley. Seen that a couple of times. Really does play with heavy top spin on the forehand side. The Spaniard.
Spain are on the board, and Bolsova looks quite relieved that Spain are on the board, but they are off the serve of Arruabarrena. First ace of the match.
She's looked pretty loose so far. Someone making her debut. No real kind of nerves here from Shibihara. She played that first service game, the way she's been off the ground. Oh, didn't quite pick that up. Clever return from Shibihara again. I can actually argue here, first 10-15 minutes, she's been the best player on the court. Again there, made it very awkward for Bolsova. Getting that ball just dipping below the tape. First time that she's flinched there. Just ended up a bit too front onto the ball there on the smash, Shibihara.
Lovely from Shibihara. The taller of the two coming in at 5'7". Aoyama 5'1".
You wouldn't know it's a debut at the moment. She's striking the ball. Honestly, she's the best player on the court here in this first set. Playing really loose, hitting her spots.
And they keep to the finals in April. Great point between the four players.
Yeah, that's got Bolsova smiling. Their parts in it as well. Able to find a way through, weren't they? That's been the problem so far. The Japanese have been so good at the net in the main, cutting off a lot of these passing shots.
Well, it was Bolsova's serve that was broken early on in this first set, and it still seems to be bothering her a touch. But she's got the experience of Lara Arruabarrena alongside her. Didn't compete for Spain last year, Arruabarrena. Aoyama, she was everywhere and a little bit more. But it'd be Spain who'd take the point, get the game and get the hold.
Yeah, you can't fault Aoyama for effort there. And Shibihara was a passenger. Yeah, it's clever tennis from the Japanese pair, despite the best efforts. You can see the move there from Aoyama, in behind the approach, both right on top of the net. Quite difficult to pass. Just wonder whether the Spaniards there could have thrown up a lob earlier in the point. There we go. There is the lob, perfectly executed. Because they're taking up position. They're right on top of the net. Made the point a few times. Shibihara actually got a decent framer about it, but Aoyama, when she's on top of the net like this, the lob is the obvious option. And well executed by the Spaniards. Just want to try and push them off the net. That's what the Spaniards want to try and do here. In a couple of moments like that, get them thinking, pushing them back. It's been the feature of this first 20 minutes, how much time the Japanese have been at net, controlling the points.
Nice angle on the backhand that Aoyama found. Far off though, Bolsova. Great poaching at the net from Shibihara.
Again, just doesn't look like a debutant. Shibihara, it's even giving words here to a much more experienced partner. Really enjoying the occasion. Terrific tennis from the pair of them.
Like first, that band.
Good hands from Bolsova there. Had to be good as well because Japanese were going to run that down. Lovely little stop volley here. Deadening the contact point and giving Shibihara no chance.
Well, if in doubt, aim it at your opponent.
It just doesn't look totally comfortable up there, Bolsova. Allowed that ball to come to her. You're going to sit right on top of the net as she did. They have to be more dynamic than that. More proactive. unlucky. Coverage, you see, I mean, they're a class apart in terms of their network, the Japanese. Not just that they combine well, but both of them much more comfortable reading the plays more easily than the Spaniards, even if we had an error at the end of it that time.
Left business.
Well played. That's some good anticipation from Bolsova. Saw that it was going to be the off forehand, so made the move early, the split step across to her left.
Lovely off backhand return off the serve, slightly shorter second set, struggling a little bit finding that first serve, Arruabarrena. Really good play to keep the Japanese pair in this game.
Bolsova there, turning to struggles at the net though. Had the first bite in that rally.
Really let her down, the lack of first serve from Arruabarrena in this game, which means with the deciding point, it is Japan who take the first set by 6 games to 2. They are a set away from their first point of this tie.